Glenn, how's everyone doing? Good to see you all. If we have some internet issues, we just got to battle through because, yeah, we just got to make the best of it. Hope everyone's doing all right. So who have we got in the comments? Michael first in the comments. Well done, mate. Imi, great to see you as well. It's all right if you don't win, Imi, you know. It's not about winning. It's about taking part that counts. I don't know. Steve, great to see you, mate. Michael, we've got all the Michaels in. Michael Cope, how you doing? Great to see you. Hope all my fellow pointers today. How are my fellow pointers? Maggie Harris, great to see you too. What a beautiful evening, sat in the garden. I could not agree with you more, although I'm sat in the studio, but it's neither here or there. I'll be out in it afterwards. If you are sat chilling, watching this is what you'll be getting ready for when the festival's on. Everyone will be streaming from the garden, no doubt, which would be good. Hey, Mum, great to see you. I don't think you've been in the last couple of times. That's all right, though. I understand. But yeah, exciting times ahead, guys. I'm finally releasing some music, which is great. I'm really, really happy and pleased with how it's shaped up to, you know. Yeah, I'm just excited to get it out in the world now. I just had a quick look on my on the stream now, and the quality is better than ever, which is weird considering I ain't even got the hub in here. It's in the house. So what's everyone been up to today? Have you been enjoying the sun? Are people kind of back to work now? What's happening? So I have a new song coming out tomorrow. And so if you're new here as well, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, so there's a slight change of plan as well. We were originally going to have Simon Walker on. We've just rescheduled him. Something came up. He's a few cross wires. Totally my fault. But we have the last minute joining us. Last minute. Which is great because I love those guys and they've got a lot to talk about. It's some really exciting times for them. They've got their Kickstarter running at the moment and they're putting out new music and we're working together and all that sort of stuff. So it's still going to make for a great show. I'm looking forward to it. Me as well. I can't wait either. I'm excited. It's going to be great. Stuck in at work in this heat. Well, got to pay the bills, haven't you, Gary? Right, I'm going to play a song, guys. Hey, Casper, good to see you. I've got another confession to make. I'm no fool. And everyone's got the chains to break, holding you. born to resist, to be abused? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? And are you gonna run to someone new? I needed somewhere to hang my head without your news. You gave me something I didn't have, but it had no use. It was too weak to give in, too strong to lose. My heart is under arrest again, but I'll break loose. My head is giving me life or death, but I can't choose. I swear I'll never give in. I refuse. Someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you. Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Is someone taking your faith? It's real, the pain you feel, the life, the love you died to heal. You trust, you must confess. Is someone getting the best? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Is someone taking your faith? It's real, the pain you feel, the life, the love you die to heal, the hope you hide, the broken hearts you trust, you must confess. Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? I've got another confession, my friend. I'm no fool. I'm getting tired of starting again somewhere new. Are you born to resist, to be abused? I swear I'll never give in. I refuse. Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Someone taking your faith, it's real, the pain you feel, you trust, you must confess. Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers. I really enjoy playing that song. That was a Foo Fighters track. What else is happening in the comments? Right, so as I say, tonight we've got the Last Minute joining us tonight. I am really looking forward to catching up with these guys and having a good old chat. So I'm going to just jump right into it, and then we're going to hear them play some music and whatnot. So yeah, let's just go. If they're ready, then we'll just jump right into it. They have given me the thumbs up. Yo,
Yo.
how's it going, guys? Great to see you. Thank you so much for
Good.
joining me tonight.
No, you're welcome.
Cheers.
No problem.
How have you been?
Warm.
Warm. It is warm, isn't it?
I'm so
Yeah.
warm right now.
Yeah.
So warm. So
Too
warm right now.
Full
It's so,
warm.
so hot right now.
Oh, my God, this is in my nose.
Other than that, other than the heat, are you coping? Are you doing all right? I suppose
Yeah.
that we've had some news recently as well, which means that gigs are starting to potentially happen. You know, with the correct social distancing and like garden gigs and all that kind of thing. There's a lot of potential to try
Yeah, definitely.
turn it into a positive, despite the pubs probably not the pubs, clubs,
No.
bars and all that sort of stuff not quite getting there yet. And you know, with
No.
good reason, it's not exactly like an overnight
Yeah.
quick fix, is it?
It's not,
but
no,
non-
I think it's going to be a while until we're back in pubs, to be honest. But we can try and make do with the hands that we've been dealt. The
I
cards
think
that
that's
we've
it. I
been
think
dealt.
it's trying to work out the best solution for everybody, because at the end of the day, you don't want to compromise anyone else's safety and health and all that sort of stuff, including your own. And you know, no amount of money or for whatever gig it may be, it is worth that sort of uncertainty sort of thing. So we've just got to roll with the punches and just try turn it into a positive. And if we're able to do these sort of garden gigs, I've been debating potentially doing some garden shows or something down the
Yeah.
line and turning this kind of event into a bit more of a tangible thing where,
Yeah, definitely.
you know, we can actually meet up and hang out and that kind of stuff. That would be interesting to do. And I definitely think that now it's starting to loosen off a bit. I will be getting people here
Yeah.
to do the show, and we'll just sit in the room and we'll hang out and do exactly the same format, but just not over two screens, and then
Yeah.
broadcast it out to everybody. So that's
Yeah.
the plan.
Sounds like a cool
How about
That's
how about
great
you
idea.
guys? Have you come up with any solutions, or have you? I noticed you put out, you know, a kind of a bit of a call to action, really, you know, to see if anyone would
Yeah.
sort of jump on
Yeah, so
some medium.
Yeah, so we've put obviously with our Kickstarter, we're offering the garden gigs
Oh yeah,
on there, and then we've got the Zoom gigs as well. So that's
Yeah.
kind of where we're at, really.
Yeah, we've got we've got venue gigs as well, but that's just as and when we can actually do
Yeah.
I
it.
see. Yeah, so people can still pledge for it, but they don't necessarily
Yeah.
set a date until it's
Yeah.
safe, sort of
But
thing.
obviously, at the minute, people can have garden gigs, can't they? And I'm sure, I think didn't they announce that you could have a wedding, but it's a maximum of 30 people or something.
Well, this
think
is
I
what
saw.
I mean. If anyone can if Boris is watching and he can maybe fill us in and actually clarify what he actually said. What I got
Yeah.
from it was, you can have a wedding of 30 people, or a socially distanced wedding. So does that mean you can have 300 people as long as the venue can cater for 300 people? Maybe 1,000 cap venue or something, or a 600 cap venue with 300 people in it.
Possibly.
Because he said both. He said you can have 30 people at a wedding, or, and that was the thing that threw me, is just because he said or, like, and it was like, if he'd have said
Yeah.
a 30 capacity wedding with socially distanced, you know, procedures put into place, but it's the fact that he said "oh" that threw me off.
Yeah.
So, Boris, if you're watching, mate, can you just drop us a text and let me
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, but it's like the
Give us
thing
a call and
Just
They
give us a
did the
call later on.
they said that they'd open like theatres and like I think concert halls, but that there couldn't be any singing, and I thought, what are people actually going to see then?
There can't be any singing.
No,
Why?
because
Well,
apparently it's transmitted through singing.
What?
That's-
I mean, sorry, that was a bit dramatic, wasn't it? Everyone's
Yeah.
ears have just gone. Ah. I even heard my really loud "what" come from your headphones into your mic and then propel itself back to me. So that well, that won't really add up well for me then, will it? I can't really have if it's transmitted through singing. Then
I just really don't know anymore.
I think obviously, yes, to a certain degree, you're more likely to spray, like, you know, whilst singing. Do you know what I mean? You're going to be like,
Spray.
"The silent night, silent night."
Is that what you open your sets with, Matt?
Yeah, man, all the time. Okay, sorry, Casper's chimed in here. He says, "Matt, that's exactly right. My sister's getting married in August," which is exactly right. 30 or socially distanced weddings of a large capacity, or is it both?
But the 30's got to be socially distanced, surely, as well.
Well, no, that's what I don't think it does, because you're allowed now
Oh.
3 households together
That's a lot.
in
of
the same
babies
house. You're allowed to
coming
go
out.
into houses. Obviously, they don't encourage it. They don't like say, okay, go have a party. They say like, obviously. I think we just need to rewatch it
Who
back. Let's not
knows? Who
let's not
knows?
get bogged down with what's happening. If people do
Bojo.
know, then and want to let me know, that'd be lovely. But I have zero idea what's happening.
No.
Um,
No, neither do I.
But that, nonetheless, we kind of swayed a little bit away from what we were actually
Yeah.
talking about, which
No,
was
definitely.
the fact that you're doing garden gigs and stuff like that, which is awesome.
Correct. We are.
It's very cool.
Yeah, and not to blow my own trumpet, but they're pretty cheap.
How much have you put them up for on
We put them
Kickstarter?
on for £80, which is pretty
That is,
good.
why are you going so cheap?
Just because
You want to?
well, money's tight for everybody, innit? And you know,
That's
most
so
of the,
gen-
most
like
of the
that-
garden gigs that we get are probably going to be from like people that we know, so we know that we're going to go and probably have a good time anyway. So why not?
Well, that's-
why not get £80 for it as well?
Yeah, I think it's better to get a handful of them. You know, at the end of the day, it's more value than just the money side.
There
It's
is.
being able to showcase your music and network with new people. And
Yeah.
and I think even aside from all of that, how cool would it be to actually engage with people on a
Exactly.
face-to-face value, on a
Yeah,
face-to-face level?
exactly.
How weird is that going to be?
I know.
Like my neighbour came round the other day, like just to I borrowed something off him like before the pandemic, and I
Yeah.
gave him it back, and he stood on my drive, and I was like, "Get back!" But he was doing absolutely nothing wrong. But I was just like,
No.
I've forgotten how to be around people now.
Yeah.
My life is on a screen now. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Just like
Right.
probably the majority of people, if I'm honest.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been running with like some friends, like 2 or 3 of us at a time, and like we like get out of the car, and I'm like walking up to her, and she's like, "You need to be 2 meters," and I'm like, "Oh God, I forgot."
Oh man, yeah.
It's just so bizarre that
It
I
is
just can't
really
get
weird.
used to it.
It never even registers with me. I
What do you
forget
mean?
about it every time I go out. Because,
Really?
especially when it first started, and they started doing the the queuing up outside the shops.
You were just barging past everyone. What you all stood out in cold?
Yeah, I went to Tesco. I'm like, why are you all stood like in a stupid long queue? And I just cut straight to the front. And I'm like, oh, that's it, yeah. Never mind, I'll go to
Right.
the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just don't think about it.
I mean, I suppose that's one way of living, isn't it? I mean, as long as you're not putting anyone else at danger, then that's fine.
Well, you've
It
just
must
got
be
to,
kind of different for you though in general, because nothing really massively changed for you, James, because you still working and you still getting buses and stuff like that. Are you still getting buses now?
Yeah. But
What are they like? I haven't been on a bus even before the pandemic for years.
No.
The-
What are they like?
best they've ever been.
What? Because
There's
they're
no
so
one on them,
quiet.
so
No
they're
one's on
great.
them.
It flies soon, no one gets on it, and yeah, it's good.
Oh, that's crazy. That is
Swings and
crazy.
roundabouts.
So,
But
do you have to wear a mask on the bus?
yeah, he's supposed to.
Is that you saying you don't?
I did
You don't
about
anymore.
twice. Well, no, what it was is because they were saying that they wouldn't let you on. They'd refuse to let you on if you didn't have one. So there wasn't really much of a choice. But nobody. I noticed it lasted for a couple of days, and then no one seemed to be bothered by it. Obviously,
Yeah.
certain people are. And I'm not speaking for everyone, but
No, of course, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. We have talked about the pandemic quite a lot. I think we should get a song from you. And if anyone in the comments have any questions, please get them in, because we've got a lot to talk about as regards to the Kickstarter and like how we've started making a little bit of a move on mixing and stuff like that. It's going to be
Yeah.
exciting to start actually getting some music out further to what you've already released.
Yeah.
So, what's your plans for tonight? Are you doing covers? Are you doing originals? What are
We're
you
going to
thinking?
do 2 covers and an original.
Cool.
We're going
What
to
are you
do
opening up
an
with?
original sandwich.
An original sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had to work out how that would be, and then I realised it.
Yeah. I said it and then I said I don't, and I thought like I don't actually know if that's right, but I think
is?
it's right.
Yes, you didn't
You feel-
cover original cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
It's a
felt really
sandwich.
witty, and then nobody
Yeah.
gets it.
I got it. I just thought, hang on a minute. How do you make a sandwich? Do you have a cover first or the original
Yeah.
first?
Yeah.
Right, I'll
Cool.
I'll
We're
hand
gonna
you
play
over.
a song that we've not played in like 2 years, and then a cover that we haven't played in 2 years, and then a cover that we've played like once. So yeah,
Great,
it's all good. It's all about blogging it.
absolutely. Speak to you soon.
Bye. Try to keep you close to me, but life got in between. Try to square, not being there, but think that I should have been. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and see where you hide. Hold back the river, hold back. Once upon a distant life, we rode our bikes into the sky. But now we roll against the tide. Those distant days only flashing by. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and see where you hide. Hold back the river, hold back. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and be by your side. Hold back the river, hold back. Lonely water, lonely water, won't you let us wander? Let us hold each other. Lonely water, lonely water, won't you let us wander? Let us hold each other. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and be by your side. Hold back the river, hold back. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and be by your side. Hold back the river, hold back. Lonely water, won't
You knocked my hand then.
Sorry.
So good. Wicked, guys. Those notes at the end sounded well good. Absolutely
Thanks.
love that.
We were a bit out. They were a bit out, but never mind.
No, it sounded brilliant,
right.
honestly. I really, like, it worked really well. But when you watch that back, you'll be like, boom. Boom. So, yeah, I bet you will. Anyways, it's not a debate, Tamara. I'm
Okay,
right, you're
sorry.
wrong.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So, yeah, wicked. I hadn't heard that song in ages as well, so it was really, like, good. Like, especially when it got back to that, the middle 8 bit, which James nearly screwed up, but we won't
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah.
that.
Well, he did.
I
screw
forgot.
up,
I
to
forgot
be
about
fair.
it.
I love that bit.
It's all good.
Wicked. Great,
Yeah.
great song.
I went to the toilet and I just started singing it, and I said, "Should we just do that tonight?" Because it just come into my head
'Cause it
while
reminds
I
you of
was
being
sat
on
on
the
the toilet.
Very good.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the best way, is just completely winging it and just trying
Yeah.
out new things and doing something a bit different in it.
Yeah. That's
Very
pretty
cool.
much our only way.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good though. It works.
But-
it works definitely.
It's all good.
So, are you guys still writing? Are you still working on your original material, or are you sort of full focus on the Kickstarter at the moment?
Pretty much focused on the Kickstarter at the minute, aren't we?
No, that's
Well,
a half
I'm
truth.
saying that James is fiddling.
Oh, yeah, fiddling. The fiddler. Yeah,
We're live, remember?
I've got. No, I've got like a few separate friends now saying
No, you want
to just. No, I don't have any friends really. I've just totally made that up. I've got
I'm
three
your
voices
friend,
in my head
James.
that
I'm your
keep
friend.
saying.
It's fine.
No,
Oh,
I
thank
am.
you.
you weren't saying that the other day.
Oh, I was. Spielberg is my friend. Carry on, James, as you were.
Let's not open that kind of worms. Nothing gonna have to know that.
No, we don't.
Yeah, just try and every time I pick up guitar, at least I don't get the chance every single day, but to just keep writing stuff, even if it's throwaway riffs, whatever. Because sometimes I come back to them and put them in something else.
Absolutely.
But
do you record them voice memo wise, or do you just remember it?
I don't know if you get what I mean. I don't know if it works for the same for other people, but usually I'll stumble upon something I like rather than trying to force it. I'll just sit there and play, and then I'll come across something, and if I like it, I'll try and put something else to it. And
But
if
what I
get,
mean
like,
is do you, even if you're just noodling and you're just messing around, do you set up a little voice memo, or do you just try remember it
No.
later on?
no,
My
if I come across
advice is
something
to
I like,
do that.
then I record it.
All right, okay. In that case, do that. Yeah, as long as you record something down, because what I found recently is I am sat on loads of crap, loads and loads of rubbish ideas, but in between that, there's like little gems, and a lot of it's subconscious writing. It's without even really thinking about it. You just kind of come up with a melody, or you come up with a riff, something like that, and then before you know it, you've kind of, when you listen back to it with more of a right, today I'm going to write a song kind of vision, you pick it out straight away. Or you might not even, sometimes I might even not even have clear lyrics. I'll just be like ad-libbing. And then that's when like I'll hear it back and I'll be like, I can hear what the words are meant to be. It's really strange. So I don't know if, like I say, as long as you're doing something like that, it's really worth doing.
Yeah, I don't know. So, like, if I write lyrics to it, I don't tend to do it as much now because Tamara usually does her own after anyway. Even if I give her a full song worth, but yeah, just losing my trail of thought.
So you were saying
really
about
good at
how you record like a little idea down, and then you'll sort of like try noodle over
Yeah,
the top of
that's
that,
what
and
I'm
then you'll
gonna
come back
say.
to it.
Sometimes I write lyrics along to it as well. I might have a full song done, but I'll go back to it a few days or weeks later, and sometimes out of the whole thing there might just be 2 lines I like in lyrics or a little riff, and I'll chuck the rest of it. Oh, not chuck it. It still exists because you've thought of it. As long as you can remember it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
There are riffs. I don't know if this is the same for you. There are riffs that have haunted me for years that I've always played. It's like my go-to riff. And I think to myself, I need to use that in a song. And even if I do use it in a song, it doesn't fulfill me the way that I wanted it to. So I'm like, still not right. I need to put it in another song. You know, so it's like a series of chords, or even like a little pattern or something. Strange. And
I-
like a lot of City of Lights songs back in the day were the same chord shapes and structure, just different melodies.
Well, I think the only way I can relate to that is I've wrote like little riffs and bits and bats before. And I don't know if you've had it before, but you don't feel like you can place it. And I mean, like, genre-wise,
Mm-hmm.
you think, like, what is this supposed to fit into? And
Yeah.
I've still got a riff that I wrote about 10 years ago, probably longer.
Do you know it?
Yeah.
Is it hard to play?
Hang on. I'll try.
Probably not.
Probably not. Burn. Some more lead.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, leady riff, but I can't place it.
Yeah.
But
It's one of those situations where one of these days the penny will drop and you'll just be like, it's that riff for this song, and that's what I need right now.
yeah, I think sometimes it's because I generally write stuff on acoustic, and
Yeah.
when I do, it tends to be finger picker, and writing sort of like a lead riff into something I'd usually do, and I think that's why I can't place it,
Mm.
because it's not in my style of writing, I'll say.
That's fair
If that
enough.
makes sense.
So let's have a few questions, but yeah, let's just have a couple of questions. I think there's a few in. Who chose the songs tonight, by the way? Was it you or the boss, James?
Joint effort.
Was it? I
Yeah.
think I contributed to that as well, actually.
In fact, yeah, no,
Yeah,
it
you
was
did.
between three of us. We all picked a song.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So there.
Very good.
So there,
It's not,
Steve.
it's not the boss, is it?
No.
No, you like one of the band now, aren't you?
I am.
We're not a duo anymore, or a trio.
Trio. Yep. I'll take that. I can't wait to split up royalties. It's gonna be well good.
Don't associate me with you. That's what I thought you were going to say.
You won't get right far with him, Matt.
I will. I will. I'm going to take the lion's share.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
So the Kickstarter as well, just to touch on that a little more, is
Yeah.
absolutely blowing up right now, isn't it?
Totes.
It's done really good.
Yeah,
So
so
far.
How many days into it are you?
we're on day 5 and we're
Of-
on four of 60.
So 5 days into a 60-day campaign.
Yeah.
And
we're
how
on
far into it are you?
73, sorry.
So
£473.
it's almost 50% of what you're asking
Yeah.
for. It's just mental.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Is everything all right?
I know. Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll be right.
Yeah, they're just bickering.
They'll be right.
They'll be fine. That's the spirit.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll come storming in if there's something actually wrong.
Okay.
Just
No, that's
just
mental
pre-warn.
though. That you've already like absolutely stormed it. Really, it's like, has it?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's surpassing all expectations. Or were you
Yeah.
pretty
Oh,
confident?
Yeah. Well, I won't say we're pretty confident. We've still got another 500 odd pounds to get to target, but sort of if it kind of continues, then obviously we will.
Yeah, I feel like we've got a really big head start because
Yeah.
we're nearly 50% of the way through.
Yeah.
We've got another 55 days or so left.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like we've got all that time to try and raise 50% rather than 100%.
Absolutely. Well, that's it exactly. Yeah. So you it's like just starting. You're only just starting, but you've just been given like a huge, as you say, a huge head start, which is really good. I'm
Yeah,
gonna try to find the link.
defo.
Uh,
Yeah. And there's
defo.
lots of stuff on there, t-shirts. You can pre-order the EP so that when we've done it, you've already bought one and it'll be coming straight to you. Like we said earlier, garden gigs, cupcakes, cakes, lots of things.
I've pledged. I got the signed sheet.
You did.
Shined.
Shine.
The Sean Connery shine sheet. No, I got the. I got the. I can't even say it now. Signed sheet, lyric sheet,
Indeed, you did.
which I'm looking forward to. Who's writing it, James or you?
That would be me.
Okay.
Yeah. We did have the conversation, didn't we? We were going to do it half and half, but James was like, no, it needs to be the same person. So
No, I think it should be by whoever wrote them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
okay, fair dues.
I want to be able to read it as well.
So I'm going to do them all.
Yeah. Did you read that? He said that he needs to be able to read it, so that's
Oh,
you
yeah.
out. That's
Oh,
you
yeah.
out of it.
I mean, it doesn't help that I can't read, so that's probably that's part of an underlying issue of it. Maybe.
We'll put like an audio tape in.
That's really funny.
When you smile.
Oh man, that tickled me. That did.
You'll have to do
Ow,
that as well,
my
though, 'cause I'll just
feelings.
trail off.
Burn.
Burn. And we guys, honestly, us three just absolutely rinse each other. It's hilarious. Like if you guys could be a fly on the wall during our WhatsApp conversations,
I know.
I mean,
Oh,
I suppose
man.
you're kind of living it right now, to a
Yeah.
certain degree. But this is mild in comparison. James, we won't go into that story.
You can go into it if you want.
Go into the story.
So basically, James has been basically trying to come up with concept videos and ideas and things to put out. During this 60-day campaign, they need to stay like hot on the whole social media presence, all that sort of stuff. So it's really important that they're thinking a little bit outside the box. And he called me up the other day, and he was like, we need to be thinking about putting out a music video of some kind. And obviously, music videos cost. It's an expensive thing to be sort of an upfront cost. So I just suggested a couple of potential cheaper options, if not free. I says, look, think outside the box, do some stuff on your own. At the very least, maybe you could look at some stock footage and get that, compile that together, and before you know it, you're going to have potentially a really cool idea, and list the lyrics and all that sort of stuff. And the only way I can imagine it is I can imagine him like when you were a little kid and you go to school and you're so excited and you're like, I'm going to school. Like you're so young and you're so naive, and then when you get to school, you realise it's not all what you thought it was going to be, and you get beat up and all that sort of stuff. I imagined him like Cheshire Cat grinning, like Matt's going to love this video. He's going to absolutely love it. And he sent me it. And I sent him a message straight afterwards. He says, what do you think? And I went, can I be honest? And he said, no. So I went, I absolutely love it, mate. Honestly, I love it. And Tamara twigged right away. And she was like, oh, so you absolutely hate it then? And I was like, yeah, it's bloody awful. What a bag of crap.
And it really was. It
It
really
was really bad. And it was basically stock footage of business people walking around London. And it had no context with the song. It didn't feel right, didn't look right, and it was like really. It was almost like it was an advert for stock footage, is the way I would see it. It's like get your London walking round business head on kind of thing. And we just rinsed him for probably a good hour.
We did.
And
Can I
then
just say,
what? Go on.
You both rinsed me that much that I had enough, so I thought I'm going to bed because I need to get up in the morning for work anyway. And I always have my phone on vibrate, and it was just out the side going.
And then what was even funnier is because I was proper belly laughing and like really laughing out loud. Amy was like, "What is wrong with you?" And then I showed her, and then she jumped in and she started joining in and giving me ideas and pointers, and she was like absolutely howling as well.
Brilliant.
We need to like screenshot the whole conversation
I
and put it
know,
up.
it was-
But I just wonder if it doesn't have the same spin to it as if like completely in the moment. But then again, you said the next day you read it all back
Yeah.
and you were
Yeah.
wetting yourself still.
It's like the other day we did a Zoom gig and we told, and I'll tell you the story in a minute. I told them this story and I was still laughing about it, and they were all just like, I was
You
like,
told them the
"Mate,
same story.
No, not that one, a different one.
Oh.
I'll tell you about in a minute. About
God.
James, obviously.
Oh, James, you are a laugh, mate.
And they were just like, smiled, and I was like, maybe you just had to be there.
Yeah.
But basically, I think on Saturday, Isabella woke up at about 5:30, so, and James always gets up with her, or gives her a bottle or whatever, because if she sees me, she will go back to sleep. So I was like, James, can you go sort Isabella out? And and literally, he like looked at his phone and obviously saw it at 5:30. He gets up at like 5 for work. And I've never seen anybody jump out of bed as quick in my life. Like literally, like he ran up to the window, like opened the curtains, and he was like, "Ah!" And I was like, it's Saturday. And he was like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. And I was like, it's Saturday. He was like, tomorrow I need to go to bed. And I was like, it's Saturday. And he went, all right. And he just got back in bed and went to sleep. And I was like, really?
Oh man, that is funny.
Really?
Yeah, it's because in my head I'm thinking, oh God, like, I'm gonna be so late, and now I'm gonna have to work over. And
But he was like literally running around the bedroom. And I was like, it's Saturday, James. I'm not, it's Saturday. It's Saturday.
You just none of it was registering at all.
no.
No.
I just imagine you sort of running up to the window, opening the curtains and shouting down, "You there, boy? What day is it?" And then Tamara's down there going, "It's Saturday," and you're like flapping round. Anyway,
Totally.
so should we get another song from you? Because we are gassing.
Let's go.
Is this an original? This is the original sandwich.
This is the main event of the original sandwich.
Yes.
The filling, should I say?
Lettuce.
Lettuce.
And that is out of tune.
Yeah. This is your broccoli.
The
your
public
broccoli
have
soup.
spoken and they said that you should put the video out, James, so we can understand. So
I
we
think-
can understand your genius. I love that. They just don't
I
understand
know.
your genius. Right?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it'd be Steve.
Yeah.
There's
What
only
was
one
funny-
person that.
Yeah. It was really funny. I'm gonna. It's one of those. As I say, I think you had to be there. Right. Okay, take it away.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Friend or Foe. It's available to stream now. I'm not quite sure how to say this to you, 'cause there's nothing wrong with anything you ever go and do. But something here is touching me, and it doesn't feel right. But I don't wanna lose you, and I don't wanna fight. So what happens now in this water that seems to have no bottom? So please tell me why I can't breathe when all around me is oxygen. When you smile, I smile. When you cry, I feel like I should too. But neither ends, you run on my day. But that don't mean that I want anything more from you. Lights on the pavement reflect how I am feeling. So dark it's so late and my mind is freewheeling. How do I say that you're not the one for me? Because I don't wanna lose any of our memories. So what happens now in this water that seems to have no bottom? So please tell me why I can't breathe when all around me is oxygen. When you smile, I smile. When you cry, I feel like I should too. When neither ends, you brighten up my day. But that don't mean that I want anything more from you. go.
boy.
Sweet.
Yeah, boy.
Great work. I bet you're well looking forward to playing that with a full band, though.
Oh, definitely.
I can't wait.
I think it's going to be so good.
It's gonna
I'm
be
actually really
epic.
glad you persuaded me to keep that, in the just before the final chorus. I
Yeah.
almost took it out,
I know.
and you
The
were
thing
like,
is, I really liked it
No.
both ways.
So much better with it in there.
Even playing it acoustically like that, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's so much better with
It's
it in.
good.
Skeed. I am
So-
absolutely boiling. Like,
It is
oh my
warm.
God.
I know.
It is. It is a bit warm.
Your studio's freezing though. All the
It
time.
is a bit cold. It's not all the time.
I'd have the heat. I bet if I were there, the heater would be on.
It probably is on, to be fair. In fact, I'm not saying that 'cause Amy will kill me. She's not here. It's all right. Yeah. Exciting times, though. I am looking forward to seeing that, maybe even performing that with you at some point.
Definitely.
But
Oh yeah.
whether that happens, this year, I don't know. But
We'll get
Very
there.
lit-
It'll
either way.
happen eventually at some point.
yeah, I think that's it. I think it's the positive thinking and just trying to do it day by day. Just do the best we can. What a great song performed. There you go.
Amazing filling in your original sandwich.
It is an amazing feeling.
Cheers, Michael.
I'm almost full.
We tried.
You just got the
Um,
last bit of bread to go.
Last bit of bread.
Matt's
kind of bread is
slice.
My slice of bread.
It's
Grainy. That's what my
vegan
slice would
bread.
be. Well, whole bread's most vegan. Most bread's vegan, but unless you put eggs
Oh, is
in it.
it?
then-
I
Yeah.
thought it had milk in it.
No, I think they don't put it in general bread, like in the stores,
All right.
because it doesn't keep as well. I think it's
Okay.
more fresh baked bread that they use, like eggs and milk and crap like that.
Oh, right. I see.
But your general loaf from Asda will not have eggs or.
All right.
So there you go.
Well, you
And
learn
now
something
you
new
know.
every day.
I told you, didn't I?
Yeah, of course you did.
But I just want to get another song out with you guys as well. That's the other thing. Right now, we need to
Okay.
get. I think we need to get something else out, don't we?
Oh,
Another song.
100%.
What?
Yeah.
Because we're sat on like an absolute banger of an EP as well. It's really good. I'm really happy with how it's turned out so
Yeah.
far. Anyways, obviously
Yeah.
we kind of got cut a little short.
Just a little.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's gonna be good.
We
to
need
get
to
back to it.
maybe have a look and see if there's any that are nearly anywhere near.
Yeah, the next one in line, December Ghosts, is pretty close, but I'm not sure it's quite a second
No.
release.
Oh no, I wouldn't
And-
have thought.
You what? Sorry,
No, I wouldn't have thought so either.
it's a great
Maybe
song.
Who You Can Be, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but then you wanted to save that for the
We did.
video for
Yeah.
the actual live launch. That's a potential thing. Maybe you could do a COVID Who You Could Be music video.
Maybe.
Who knows? There's lots of
Maybe.
options.
There is.
Lots of options.
Lots.
Where is Amy? Tie-dye extraordinaire. She's much missed. She's actually out with her friend tonight. And do you know what was really funny as well? I thought I was being really nice. I was like, Amy, you just go enjoy spending time with your friend. Don't worry about watching the stream tonight. She was like, I wasn't planning on. I was like, oh. Ow. Right in my
Oh.
feelings. So,
Awkward.
yeah. I know.
Thanks, Amy.
Ow. True support,
No, she does support us all the time, so I'll let her off.
It wasn't nothing to do with you. It was me that she was burning. She was like, absolutely, like, because obviously I was trying to be like the nice, like, you go spend some quality time with your friend. You haven't seen her for a long time. She was like, get off your bloody high horse.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like she waits for 7 o'clock every day.
Yeah,
Be
well, she
straight.
does. She bloody does.
I'm sure she does.
She doesn't.
No.
I have to force her to watch it.
Yeah.
Sounds like there's a fight breaking out in your house.
Oh, does it?
That's
Yeah,
that's
but-
out. Oh, is that
No,
inside?
What do you
mean,
That's
does
outside,
it?
I can't tell
No, that's actually. That's
now. Is it ours?
Yeah. It's because Alexia thinks that she's like the mother hen.
Okay.
So if Isabella does anything out of line, she feels like she has to shout at her
Ah.
and like move her out of the way or something like that. And Isabella just hates anybody touching her or anybody
Yeah, because
communicating with
Alexa,
her.
Alexa will go in and she'll have Ty hold of her and you'll be like, what are you doing? And she'll go, oh, she's really upset, so I'm just cuddling her. I'm like, no, she's upset because you're squeezing her. Let go and she'll stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But never mind.
I think. Sorry, Steve's actually had a valid point. Amy's out. That's why I've got such a clear picture. So every time she says that she's not on the internet, I bet she's like watching YouTube, something else on YouTube or something on the internet.
Well, that's what I said to her the other day in the comments. Like, it's becoming one of your catchphrases.
What? that
Amy,
I'm
are you on the Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Yeah. It actually is. Actually, she's not tonight. Right, guys. I want to hear my bit of the bread.
God. Okay.
Are you excited to play this? You smashed it the other day.
I am, but there's like the middle eight bit. I can't. You know, have you ever played a song and no matter how many times you practice it, you just can't pitch a certain part of it?
Yeah. Do you know what I do
Like-
about that bit?
Just leave it out.
I don't play it. Yeah.
Right, I want to play it. I'll
Yeah,
get it right
I'll-
eventually. I've got it right when we've rehearsed it, but whenever I try to play it live, I can't pitch it and I'm totally out. Be right.
Be right.
Hopefully Wi-Fi will go off at that point.
Yeah.
Well, I felt really bad because you requested this the other day.
Yeah.
And I
You
thought,
nailed
like, oh, best tune up my guitar. And I started playing it. And I was like looking at the screen and stuff. And I looked down to what I was playing and like my tuner were flashing. I'm like, oh, God.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that was. I nearly said something during the stream, but I was just like, I can still hear the guitar just and.
Somewhere.
Your voice was really on point anyway, so I was like, it's fine. But then when the guitar did come in, it did lift it a lot, and it sounded great. So let's try it with the tuner off this time.
Okay. So we will apologise because someone did actually play this yesterday, but
It was Sam.
it was.
The royalties I'm going to be paying out for Billie Eilish is going to be insane.
Yeah.
Mega big bucks.
It's
Mega
alright,
big
you
books.
can use the royalties that you're getting from our songs to pay for it.
That's funny. Well, the lion's share that I'm getting.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Take it
let's
away,
just
guys.
Go for it.
Is your guitar on, James? Testing.
Testing.
God,
Not like it in.
it's hard this song. It's a hard song this.
It is a hard
Anyway.
song. Sam did a really good job of it.
Yeah, he did.
In fact, if anyone's interested, actually, Sam's doing a live stream straight after this on his channel. So if you want to see more of what he did at 8 o'clock, then feel free to head over there. There's lots of options, isn't there, when it comes to live streaming? Because Gary's doing a stream
Yeah,
straight
there
after
is.
this as well. And I always get stuck between who I support on that one, if I'm honest. Kind of always
Yeah.
support Gary because I've got a lot of time for him. I mean, I've got a
Yeah.
lot of time for Sam as well.
He does a
Anyway,
good show
I'm
though, Gary, as well.
Yeah.
He really does. He thinks about exactly what he's doing. It's great.
I like how he structures his show as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
How he pulls up like the albums and says things about facts about them and stuff. It's really well done how he does it. So
Yeah, it's interesting. So you got choices tonight. After this, from 8 o'clock, there's Gary Linley on his channel, or there's Sam Prowse on his channel. Anyway, I will hand
There
you
it is.
over. Take care.
Indeed.
sweet.
Don't know why I
I've got a
said
feeling
take
the
care.
kids are going to walk in at any minute because I can hear
Oh,
them
you
outside the
can't
door.
ruin this song.
1 minute. Alexia, can you go into the living room, please, and shut
Good
the
job.
gate?
Do it. Just do it. Oh, God.
Do it.
See
Everything
what
all right?
happens. Yeah, the fair.
Ah!
Are you sorted? She's like, do you want to watch TV? And she goes, no.
No. Well, that's
Right.
that then.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't think they've made it, but let's
You
just
just
do
have to sing
anyway.
it louder. Take it away.
Don't you know I'm no good for you? I've learned to lose, you can't afford to. Tore my shirt to stop you bleeding, but nothing ever stops you leaving. Quiet when I'm coming home, and I'm on I'll only hurt you if you let me. Call me friend, but keep me closer. And I'll call you when the party's over. Quiet, but I'm going home, and I'm on my own. And I can lie, say I like it like this, like it like that. Yeah, I can lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. But nothing is better sometimes. Once people say our goodbyes, let's just let it go. Let me let you go. Quiet when I'm going home, and now I'm on my own. How could I say I like it like that, like it like that? How could I say I like it like that, like it like that?
Absolutely nailed that.
Which bit? The mummy.
I like those extra harmonies. Yeah, I did like them. They added just a slight bit of different dynamic to the song, really, didn't it?
Yeah.
No, honestly,
That
guys,
was totally meant to be in there.
it was so good. It was really good, and you even got the middle eight as well.
I
So
was a bit
'cause
out in the first
You
line.
didn't like that song, did you, when you first heard it? Do you like it now, or have you got a new love for it? Because I was telling you about Billie Eilish, and you were like, she's just a bit breathy for me.
Yeah, she's all right.
She's talented.
The song, I like the song.
It is a great song. The video's wicked. I love the video as well.
Yeah.
It's cool. There you go.
Oh, thanks, Michael.
Yeah, cheers.
The original sandwich is complete.
It is.
Yeah, fantastic. Right, I think we've kind of covered everything, really.
Pretty
I think
much, yeah.
I want
And,
to finish on time so that we can go support some of the people. You know,
Yeah.
Gary
That's
or
cool.
Sam. Both of them are streaming from 8:00 on Facebook and or YouTube. So if you search Sam Prowse and Gary Linley, then they are streaming from 8. Thank you guys for jumping on such short notice, or should I say, last minute.
At the last minute.
Whee.
Never heard that one
Uh,
before.
No,
You
honestly,
original you.
it was very good, mate, and I really enjoyed it, guys. It was it's always a lot of fun hanging out with you. Anyways, it's a laugh a minute. It's really good.
It is.
It's a laugh
Yeah.
a minute. That's what you should call the band.
Barrel of laughs.
Shut up, Matt. Shut up.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
See, this is the sort of stuff that we find funny. So
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
okay.
I could just imagine everyone's creasing themselves right now. No one's laughing, are
Really?
they?
No.
No, not one
not
person.
one person. No.
Damn it.
No.
Any sort of final words? Anything you want to sign off with?
No. Just thanks everyone for all the support.
Yeah.
It means a lot to us. It does.
And thanks for inviting us on again.
Thank you for
We'll do it
joining us.
anytime.
Yeah.
Great. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
You will.
I've got guests
Well, you
tomorrow.
probably
We'll
will.
actually see you tomorrow in the comments.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Bye, guys. Thanks
Bye.
again.
Take
Speak
care.
to
See you
soon.
later.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Thank you for the last minute for joining me tonight. It was a lot of fun. If you do get a second and you are in a position to support the guys, I've put the link in the comments for their Kickstarter. I'm sure they'll massively appreciate getting it over that £500 mark. You know, it's still early days for them in the campaign, so they've got plenty of time to do it. But obviously, it's in their interest not to take the foot off the gas, rather, not the brake. And make sure that they, you know, sort of hit the target, because it's a kind of an all or nothing campaign. Nonetheless, thank you again for tuning in. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much. I massively appreciate it. And also, if you're about tomorrow, in fact, from like midnight, my new song will be out. So keep your eyes peeled, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.